And later this week, we'll be sitting down with a man from the UK to talk about dowsing. We're really searching for one of two things: a man-made gold mine or a natural cave used to store chests of gold. Whoa.
That's a freaking cave. It's all quartz.
It's going to be impossible to prove that this actually was DeGrau's cave used to stash chests of gold. You remember those samples of quartz we took?
I do.
Well, next time we're going to use those to hopefully prove whether it's even possible to have a gold mine in Chaos Canyon. Hey folks, Brad and Eddie, continuing our search for the Vault of DeGrau. We are currently standing in the base of Chaos Canyon. The leaves have turned. It is autumn in Vermont.
The search has gone on close to a year now. I think we're getting close.
And earlier this year, we met with resident Vermont gold expert Scott Washburn for a little advice on these quartz samples that we took in the spring. So we are up in the mountains of Vermont today at an undisclosed location, joined by Scott Washburn, our resident Vermont gold guy, actively digging for gold as we speak. We wanted to talk to you about this Vault of DeGrau. Have you heard of the myth before?
Yes, I have.
We're kind of investigating, trying to find the mine, but now we're kind of moving on to trying to discover if there ever could possibly be a mine there. We took these quartz samples from Chaos Canyon in the hopes of trying to get some more advice on them later on. In your opinion, do you think that we could crush those to find the gold inside?
Yeah, you could. I think my go-to method is to hit them with a metal detector.
Okay.
There could be micros in there that it won't pick up.
Yeah.
It seems a lot more difficult to crush rock than it does to
Just swing
wave
the
the
detector
over it. It might be the lazy side of me.
Have you ever panned in Chaos Canyon? No.
No. My extent of that is just exploring
So
the
you've
white
looked?
rocks. And no, I haven't looked for the vault. I've always wanted to bring my pinpointer on a string and
Sure.
drop it down in the cracks or whatever.
Yeah.
Really, the only advice I've ever gotten is go where gold's been found.
Right.
And
And have you heard anything about gold in Chaos Canyon?
no, I haven't.
Well, thanks for your time, and we're going to head off and see if we can get to the bottom of this gold mine in Chaos Canyon. So Scott suggested that we try two different things with these quartz samples. The first would be to just run them over a metal detector to see if they contain any gold. And the second would be to crush up the samples and pan them like you normally would when you search for gold. And this morning, we ran them over my XP Deus, and this is what we found. Okay, here we have the XP Deus all set up on the gold field mode, and it is extremely sensitive for finding gold. I have my gold ring here. Off the charts. Here we have some actual gold that Eddie and I panned. This is our control.
Yep, it's getting that.
Not as quite as impressive as my gold ring,
Yeah.
but it's definitely
It's still
real.
indication.
Now this is the quartz from the mouth of the mine that I risked my life to try to get. And we are going to expect to hear some noise coming out of this with this sample. There it is.
It's really light, but it is a clear indication of something.
Yes. And now, the moment of truth. We have 5 samples from Chaos Canyon of quartz, just like the one from the mouth of the mine. Are you ready? Sample 1.
Yeah, I'm not getting anything.
Okay, that's all right. We got 4 more. Sample 2, much larger this time.
Nada.
Sample 3.
Nothing.
Sample 4.
Is it one? No, it's nothing.
Sample 5. The last one.
Nope.
That's disappointing.
Extremely.
So unfortunately, no targets within those samples. So Scott's other suggestion was to crush the samples and pan them like you would pan for gold normally. So we brought the powder with us. We're headed towards the stream that was below the cave that we found in the last episode with our dowsing rods. And we're gonna pan them out and see once and for all if there's any gold here in Chaos Canyon. Enough at least to constitute a gold mine.
It was a little disheartening. There was no hit on the detector.
Yeah.
But I have hope.
Yeah?
If it's maybe like a little flake, you
Yeah.
know?
That's something, at least.
That's all I need to...
All right, we've got a ways left to go to find this cave. We didn't bring our dowsing rod, so I'm not sure we'll be able to find it again. Just kidding, we have it on GPS. But it is absolutely magical down here right now with all the leaves and the moss on these giant rocks and boulders. Let's get going. Man, I can't believe we found it. You can barely see it.
I know. Say you want about dowsing rods, but it came through that time.
Well, not much.
You went in there?
No,
That's scary as heck.
not much has changed.
Good, just double check in case you left any treasure chests behind though.
Yeah, we'll check one more time.
Yeah. Well, it appears empty.
You know, we received a ton of backlash on the dowsing. People are thinking, what are you guys doing, metal detectorists, using these sticks? But we were just trying to shine light on the folks that came before us looking for this particular treasure. A very, very important facet of that was people using dowsing rods. So we wanted to give it a shot. And, you know, we didn't find any gold treasure.
Honestly, more than I expected though.
We did find this.
Found a cave. I mean, there was nothing in here, but that's just so amazing. Out of this whole endless, scape of woods, 2 sticks brought us to a cave.
Yeah.
I'm pretty impressed in that.
Well, let's use some equally old technology, some pans, to see if we can find some gold first in these samples that we collected, and then maybe we'll try some soil out of the bank down here.
Sounds good.
So the waterfall is right over here. And the stream comes down. We set up camp here. And I have 2 bags. This is the quartz that we got from the mouth of Fox Gold Mine in Plymouth, Vermont, where we heard a target with our metal detector. And this, we just combined them all. This is all of the quartz samples that we took from here in different places of the canyon. And we're really hoping we're gonna find a fleck of gold in here. Let's get the pans out, see if we can find something in this one first as our control. We got 2 pans. Let's start with the small one since we don't have much material. So this is the Fox Mine quartz. And just, first glance, it is visibly more brown than the other one. Using the techniques that Scott showed us when we went and panned with him. There's a piece of gold. Right here. If you can see that, it's small.
Oh yeah, it's glimmering really. Look at that. Oh my gosh.
So that must be what we were hearing with the metal detector.
I think.
You know, that sample was this big, right? And that's how much we got out of there. And that was enough to create a gold mine. So we're hoping to find at least that much out of our second bag of samples that actually came from here. And if we can find gold in those samples, then the legend of there being a gold mine here,
Say it has some merit.
yeah, it could be plausible. I didn't bring my snuffer bottle. It's not enough to save, I guess.
You gonna let that gold go? What's wrong with you?
All right, let's pan the other stuff. Down to the end here. A moment of truth. Drum roll. I'm not seeing anything. There are no gold flakes in my half of the material. Eddie's still working on his. What do you think, Eddie?
Not looking good over here either.
No?
Nothing's really...
Up here is where it would be.
Yeah. I don't see anything really.
Well, that is disappointing.
Highly.
Well, unfortunately, there was no gold in those quartz samples, which our metal detector told us, but we had to make sure. The last ditch effort is out of this stream. We're going to take a couple shovels of material, pan them out, and see if maybe there's some gold there.
Right here next to the cave we found, the dowsing rods brought us to the cave.
Yeah,
We're up at the cave of legend.
let's give it a try. No gold in Chaos Canyon.
Not today, not here.
Scott told us he didn't think there was going to be gold here. He's never heard of anybody ever finding gold here. And I actually found a newspaper article from all the way back in 1873 reporting that a pair of brothers came up in here looking for gold, and they didn't find any either. And you have to imagine, with all of the treasure myths in this area, others must have tried. Nobody set up a new mine here, so I think that it's safe to say that there's not enough gold, if any, to make a gold mine in the 1700s. Now, according to the legend, they were finding gold here in a gold mine. Another story was saying they were finding silver here in a silver mine. You know, we didn't see any silver in our pans either, but I found in a book during my research, Geology of Vermont, notwithstanding the many reports of silver mines that reached our ears during the progress of the survey, we have never been able to learn the precise locality of even one workable mine of silver in the state. Which is not great for silver mines in Vermont either. So, of the two myths that are said to occur here, one being a precious metal mine dug in secret, that one seems to not be plausible whatsoever, unfortunately.
Science has disproved it.
The second story that's said to take place here is about a forgotten cave said to contain chests of gold stolen by a sailor, DeGrau. And we found a cave.
We did, but we kind of disproved how you'd get it in there.
Yeah.
There's no access to bring, horses through or a wagon. Anything. It's pretty tight in there, wouldn't you say?
Yes. And while there may be other caves in this canyon under these giant boulders, millions and millions of boulders, we would never be able to find it.
We spent a good amount of time looking, though.
But the DeGrau tale is said to take place in two different places in Vermont. Here in Chaos Canyon in Wallingford, Vermont. and also a place called Hell's Half Acre in Bristol, Vermont. And maybe it's fate, but as we were panning today, I received an email.
Dude, you're not going to believe the email I just got.
What? From a guy who said he knows the location of the vault and he's willing to show us where it is. In Bristol, in Hell's Half Acre.
Despite our failure here, destiny intervened.
So next week, we're going to take a trip to Bristol to meet with our new friend to find the vault. Hopefully you'll join us next time for the last episode in the series.